Welcome to the Unit 18 review. Private companies have to demonstrate to their investors that they are maximizing profits. One way of doing this is by cutting costs. Now, investing in winterization technology that protects your power plants during these kinds of cold snaps seems like an unnecessary expenditure when they are so rare. But as a result of this oversight, many of the power plants shut down and millions of people in Texas were without power for days.
Cold snap.
Cold snap. Some politicians have used this incident as an opportunity to criticize things like wind power. But the truth is, wind power only accounts for about 10% of all of the energy in Texas.
Right, and the rest comes from fossil fuels like natural gas, which has to be pumped through pipes, so it doesn't work in the freezing temperatures because of the moisture it contains. The pipes just freeze. Also, oil wells have ceased production. And since Texas is not connected to the national grid, power companies are now left with no remedy to the situation with which they created.
How would people in your city react if the power grid failed?
So actually my parents live in Texas, and my brother and his wife as well, my grandparents, all the family in Texas. And during this particular incident, they lost power for, I think, about 10 or 12 hours, so relatively short period of time compared to others in Texas who lost power for days.
Yes.
But it just happened to be the coldest night of that cold freeze. So my brother has 2 children under the age of 3. So my family just put everyone in the living room where they had a wood-burning fireplace and everyone just kind of camped out in the house while rotating the fire all night.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had such a bad power outage in London. But I do remember there was the very famous power outage in New York City that happened a few years ago, where large sections of Manhattan were suddenly without power. And when that happened, people kind of treated it as a fun, interesting novelty. And they went to the streets and they had like little neon toys and they were just kind of hanging out in candlelight. It seemed quite festive, but of course it wasn't winter time.
Right.
So I think people were a bit more tolerant of that kind of situation. That was Unit 18. We will see you back here next time. Bye-bye.